Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah, welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. A little surprise edition. Now, number one, I don't know what's going on with the studio lighting because normally it's awesome. Sometimes when we go to YouTube Live, the filtration is off. So I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but boy, this lighting is not Instagram worthy. But no matter, the content you are about to receive is awesome. We're talking about Kevin Lee, UFC top lightweight contender. Kevin Lee just missed weight again for his main event fight versus Charles Oliveira at UFC 28 in Brazil. Unfortunately, Kevin Lee came in 2.5 pounds above the lightweight class limit of 156. Now, those who don't know, the lightweight limit is 155 pounds. For non-title fights, athletes are allowed a 1 pound allowance, making the weight class 156. Kevin Lee missed that by 2.5 pounds, weighing in at 158.5. This is not good, as it is the second time in Kevin Lee's career that he has missed weight at lightweight. Briefly, Kevin bumped up to fight in the welterweight division and did a good job at that, and now is trying to settle back down as a lightweight top contender. And unfortunately, he's struggling. Now, I'm a fan of Kevin Lee. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a good guy. I've spent a little bit of time with him at a UFC event when he was cutting weight with his coach at that time, Robert Follis, who was one of my previous coaches and business partners over at Team Quest. Rest in peace to Coach Follis. And I had a good time hanging out with Kevin Lee. I believe I was there with Manny Gambirian when Manny Gambirian was fighting Scott Jorgensen, and Manny won that fight, which was a great fight, by the way. But Kevin Lee has now come out and missed weight twice. Remember, Kevin Lee recently, a few years back, fought Tony Ferguson for the interim UFC lightweight world title. Now, that's a big deal because it shows you how high Kevin Lee's pedigree is. At this level, at the top level, athletes cannot make the mistake of missing weight because the powers that be inside the UFC, inside the marketing machines, inside the hallowed halls of the TV executives, they look at athletes like this and say, we can't depend on this guy or gal. We cannot put all this time, all this energy, all these marketing dollars to build up this athlete only to see this athlete miss weight and blow our budget. There is no ROI in athletes who miss weight. This is one of the reasons when we work with athletes, we try and have the athlete make the championship weight so we can send clear messages to the organization, to the promotion, to the vendors of the content that our athletes are ready for main event slots. They're ready for world title fights, and that matters. That matters. Now, our athletes, as you know, are the best in the world with regards to weight cutting and healthy weight management. Proudly, the Dolce Diet is the only elite weight management team in the history of combat sports with a 100% success ratio in getting athletes on the scale in a healthy manner on time. This means in the 20 plus year career of myself and our team, we have never, ever once had an athlete miss weight ever. Never has our athlete of the worst, however you spin it. Guys like Johnny Hendricks, guys like Thiago Alves, guys like Rampage Jackson, guys like Vitor Belfort, even young ladies like Ronda Rousey, who is amazing in her own right, but rather big for the 135-pound weight class. Ronda would, get up over 150 and higher during her career and being relatively lean at that weight. We pride ourselves in the ability to do that in a very healthy manner. So now with Kevin Lee missing weight, as we were preparing this, news just came out that the main event will go on. Charles Oliveira, who I'll get to him in a second, no saint in his own right. Charles Oliveira has accepted the fight with Kevin Lee. Charles Oliveira will receive 20% of Kevin Lee's purse. Kevin Lee is making approximately $90,000 to show up and $90,000 if he wins. That's based upon his old contract, which I'm assuming, just for the sake of this conversation, is still valid. His last fight, he made $84,000 to show, $84,000 to win, and also received a $50,000 bonus when he knocked out Gregor Gillespie. Now, that earned Kevin Lee approximately $235,000. Boom. Let's say Kevin Lee goes out and wins. He's going to make about $180,000, which means he's going to have to give Charles Oliveira $36,000. $36,000. If Kevin Lee wins, he's going to have to give back to Charles Oliveira simply because he couldn't cut the last 2 pounds, simply because he could not make weight. Shame on you, Kevin. And I'm a fan of Kevin Lee. I like Kevin Lee. I think he's a good guy, but shame on him. And I'm not ripping a man when he's down. I'm saying professionally, shame on you. This is something that you are too good of an athlete to do. This is not what your legacy should be about. I should not be on the microphone right now talking about this, but unfortunately I am. A world title contender should not miss weight. Should not miss weight. Period. The end. Period. The end. Now, Charles Oliveira, his opponent, also no stranger to missing weight. Charles Oliveira has missed weight 4 times. 4 times Charles Oliveira missed weight in the UFC. 4 times. So Charles better accept this fight, because shame on Charles for having done that. Now, what I will say is Charles Oliveira has missed weight. Let's see here. Performance of the night. Let me see. And fight of the night. So has had some serious wars throughout his career. Charles is a very tough guy. Kevin Lee is a very tough guy. This is a great fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is an awesome fight. This is a fight that we want to see. I want to see this fight. I want to see this fight, but I want both guys to make weight. I want both guys to make weight, so then we can determine who really should be moving forward in the division. I'm sick of the catch weights. I'm sick of the champ shit. I'm sick of all the Henry Cejudo fighting Jose Aldo when Marlon Moraes beats Aldo. How does Aldo get the shot against Henry Cejudo? I'm sick of this bullshit. DC coming back to fight Stipe. That makes no sense. All these fights make no sense. I want to see the athletes move up the rankings and get the fights they deserve. That's what I want to see. I'm done with the sports entertainment bullshit. I'm done with athletes missing weight. I'm done with it. I want to see the best athletes who make weight and win fights, move up the rankings, and get their shot. I'm done with the bullshit politics, and I know you're done with the bullshit politics too, and it's all bullshit sports entertainment politics these days. Can these athletes, at the very least, do themselves a favor and make weight? Kevin Lee knew about this fight for months. Kevin Lee moved his training camp from the United States, Las Vegas, to Montreal, Canada, up with TriStar. There's no reason Kevin Lee should miss weight. There's no reason for it other than waiting too long. When does the weight cut start? Dolce Diet team? 52 weeks before competition. That's when the weight cut starts. The weight cut starts 52 weeks before competition. These athletes act like they're not pro athletes outside of camp. They want to get the Twitter followers. They want to get the likes. They want to do. My buddy Nick Trigili just came in and said the fight is canceled. What? I just read that. I'm reading right now on MMA Junkie that the fight will go on. So I'm not seeing anything different. Nick Trigili, Mr. USA. I'm not seeing anything that the fight is canceled. Are you trolling us, Nick Trigili? It's possible. It's possible. Let me see here. Breaking news. From IFBB professional, Mr. USA, Nick Trigili. Let's see if he's busting. And everybody should go back and watch the interview I did with Nick Trigili, or he did with me on his show on his very popular YouTube channel. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. I'm checking all the hashtags on Twitter. Nope. 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 Fight will go on, Nick Trigili. I'm seeing right now something might change. If it changes, guys, please throw it up in my maybe it's fake news. You son of a gun. Trolled us. Nick Trigili trolled us, everybody. And that's okay. We love Nick. But here's the thing, guys and gals. You got to make weight, right? You got to make weight, pro fighters. You want to be a serious contender, motherfucker, you better make weight. You want to fight for the title, motherfucker, you better make weight. You want to talk shit about everybody else, you better make weight. Unfortunately, Kevin Lee does himself no benefit here by missing weight. And I am a fan of Kevin Lee. I got to say that again and again and again. I'm a fan of Kevin Lee. I think he's a good dude. I think he's a great fighter. His weight cutting issues are fucking bullshit. He's got to get this stuff handled. He's got to figure out the right person, the right team, the right system to get his weight on track. Now, here's a big problem. A lot of athletes, they listen to the wrong advice. They listen to the wrong person, or they don't want to pay a few pennies on the dollar to bring in an elite weight management company, an elite weight management system, an elite weight management professional. They don't want to bring in a specialist in that craft. And what did it do? It cost him how much? 20% of his purse. 20% of his purse. Now, let's talk financials for a second. You want to know how much I make? What we do here at the Dolce Diet, we charge our athletes, our pro athletes, our fighters, 5%. 5% of their purse, we charge them. Now, we work with these athletes 52 weeks a year. Whether they fight or don't fight, they have full access to myself, to my team, 52 weeks a year. Every meal, every recipe, every program is delivered to them on a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly basis as they need. We oversee their entire training system. We analyze their blood work. We hook them up with in-home blood work testing to make sure they have everything they need. We liaise with their doctors, their chiropractors, their massage therapists, their physical therapists, their MMA coach, their striking coach, their wrestling coach, their jiu-jitsu coach, their spouse, their wife, their boyfriend, their partner, their family, their managers, the agents. We do all of that. We offer all of that for 5% per fight. If the athlete, let's say Mirsad Bektic tore his knee 3 years ago, didn't fight for 22 months. Every single day, we're on the phone with Mirsad. Every single week, Mirsad has his meal plan. Every single month, we're doing check-ins and updates and how's PT. We're talking to his strength coach, his physical therapist. 52 weeks a year, we work with him. 52 weeks a year. He don't get paid. We don't get paid. That's the way we work. So for all the fools and freaks out there who think the Dolce diet is too expensive, you don't know what you're talking about. What other team, what other system, what other business says we're going to work with you 52 weeks a year? Every single day we are here. Every single day, 7 days a week. You have access to us, to our team, to our staff, to our products, to our services. Everything you need is here for you every single time. And you pay us when you get paid. That's how we roll. That's what we do. So these athletes, and I never worked with Kevin Lee, so that's not, I'm not talking about Kevin. I'm saying this is how we work. We don't charge them only when we send them a program. And some of these teams do that. They send a program, they charge them before the program goes out. They want to work with them for a fight, they got to get the money up front. That's not how we roll. And man, I've been burned. Oh, you want to clickbait, you want to gossip, you want to really hear how it goes. I've been burned by some of the biggest names in the industry. I've been burned by some of the smallest names in the industry. I love it. I got a list. I got a list of these fools who have fucked us over. But they haven't fucked us over. They fucked themselves over because that's their brand. That's their reputation. You want to screw me for $1,500? And you know who you are. For quote, well, I had one athlete Very well-known athlete, famous athlete. Worked with him. Nobody knew we were working together. Worked with him. He didn't promote it. He said, I just want to see how it goes. Perfect. I didn't promote it because that's cool, whatever. Rarely do I promote. Look at my social page. Rarely do I promote what we're doing. We never promote our actors. We work with a ton. We work with way more actors than we ever have with fighters. We never promote it because there's a confidentiality. There is discretion that we use. We work with a lot of famous people, a lot of private people. You never see us post that. We don't post that. But anyway, I'm working with this famous UFC fighter. Really busted my ass. Now, he's a teammate of one of the athletes I am working with that's very public and loves what we're doing. He's a teammate. Now, this other fighter is just as famous, if not more famous, and is just getting crushed by my athletes, crushing them, outworking them, outrunning them, out recovering them, out sparring them, out conditioning them, which was a huge change in their relationship. So this athlete says, man, can I start working with you? I would love to work with you. I see what you're doing. Can I? Absolutely. Here's the program. Here's the meals. His wife was doing his meal prep. Also, I said, why don't you come over? You live, one town over. Come over when I'm making these big team meals. I will make these meals for you. I was staying with the athlete at the time. Great. It was okay with our athlete. Loved it. Making all these meals, this, that, and the other thing. Fight time comes. The athlete makes weight. Looks awesome. Looks awesome. Says, easiest weight cut I ever had. Thank you so much. Hugs and kisses and all this stuff backstage. And everybody on both teams saw it. So happy, so thankful. Goes out there, looks great, destroys his opponent. See him the next day. Hey, man, great. Really appreciate it. Time to square up. He says, yeah, I'm not going to pay you. It's like, wait, what? Ha, that's funny. He's like, yeah, he's like, I was thinking about it, and I don't think you scrambling me up a couple eggs is worth what you charge. I laughed. I said, are you kidding me? And at this point, this is going back over a decade. It was $1,500. That was real money. It was $1,500 for this. It was like a 6.5 week training camp. Didn't think me, quote, scrambling him up a couple eggs was worth it. Now, he was coming over 2 to 3 meals per day. I was doing grocery shopping and providing some of the groceries for him. His wife didn't know how to cook. Every day I'm teaching and telling her, and my team is helping support her how to cook, how to prepare, how to shop, how to do the things, how to make it more flavorful, more delicious, how to meal prep, how to put it in his bag, what Tupperwares to buy, this whole thing. This is what this egotistical athlete said. And I said, you know what? I disagree. I'm shocked by this. I can't force you. I'm not going to sue you because it's ridiculous. And now I know. It's like, now I know. And I was like, what do I do in this situation? I mean, what a piece of shit human this guy was. Truly he is. And what a piece of shit, because I know other stories about him, of course, that I won't talk about. And then I see him a few years later. at an event, and I just happen to be sitting behind him, and he turns around. He's like, he sees me there, and he's like, and he turns back and he turns around. He's like, Mike, I got to tell you, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry the way I treated you. I'm so sorry about how I handled it. I will make good on that. He's like, I think about it all the time, and I really regret this. And I was like, that's awesome. Thank you. So, so it's not the money. Money comes and goes. It's not the money. I said it was the disrespect that you showed because of how hard. He's like, I know. He's like, you worked so hard. He's like, you worked so hard. And he's since he's fired multiple teams and multiple coaches. He's one of these athletes that's always jumping ship, right? Very typical. But he was so sincere, and he had a little bit of drink in him. He was so sincere and so honest and so vulnerable in that moment. And I was like, wow. And I called my wife. I said, can you believe this? And she's like, fuck him. Don't trust him. He's a piece of shit. Brandy never talks like that. And I was like, no, baby, you don't understand. And she's like, watch, let's see if the check comes. Next day. And he's like, I'll text you tomorrow to get your address. Next day, no text. Next day, no text. The next day, no text. Less than a week. The fight was on Saturday. So the next Friday, I sent him a message saying, hey, brother, was really great to see you. Wish you all the best in the future. If you want to square up, here's my mailing address. Crickets. Crickets. Again, Brandy was right. Once again, Brandy was right. This dude was a POS, and continues, in my opinion, to be a POS to this day. So this is just a little one of the many thousands and thousands of stories that I have of the behind the scenes fight. Well, this is for $1,500. This dude is a multi-millionaire many times over. Many times. The fight that we worked together, I don't know, probably made close to $300,000 probably at that time 10 years ago, which was massive. And why do I charge what I charge? Why do I charge 5%? Because the man himself, Dana White, told me I don't charge enough. Pulled me into his office years ago, probably not long after this, actually, during this time. And he said, what do you charge? I'm like, well, typically it's, $1,500 for a training camp. If I got to leave, it's another $1,500 or so. He's like, that's not enough. He starts pulling up the salaries. This is how awesome. This is why I love Dana White. A lot of people don't. This is why I do. He starts pulling up the salaries. Who do you work? And he knew the names. And this is the boss man knows everything. He knew the names of every athlete I currently was working with and everyone I previously was working with. Starts shouting out the names to his assistant. His assistant sends him a list of all the money these athletes have been paid. And is like, you do not charge enough. These athletes need to pay you what you're worth, because Dana knows and understands that I was working with all the knuckleheads. When Dana White and Lorenzo Fertitta and Frank Fertitta and Joe Silva at the time, now Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, when they see an athlete working with the Dolce diet, when they see my name associated with an athlete, when they see me sitting with an athlete, they smile, because they know that athlete's going to make weight. They know their main event is intact. They know that all the problems will be solved come hell or high water, because I'm going to fucking solve them. That's the truth of it. They know it. And Dana was like, you need to be charging. He's like, honestly, you need to be charging way more than this, but these athletes are fucking assholes and the managers are fucking assholes. You need to charge no less than 5%. He said, I would stick with 5%. He said, and some of the athletes that are making the big money, over $1 million, you might want to adjust that down to 3%. And that makes sense. So when the athletes hit that 7-figure payday, we do adjust down to 3%. That's fair. 52 weeks a year, full team of registered dietitians, exercise physiologists, certified strength and conditioning specialists, graphic designers, blood work, medical team liaisons, everything, anything you need. That's what we do here. This is just a little bit of an aside, some background. For those of you who may not know, that's what we do for our elite clientele. Many of you out here are actors, are actresses, are Hollywood production houses. It's nothing. It's easy. And we don't charge a percentage. Obviously, I can't charge a percentage to what some of these actors make, because the extras make more than a lot of these athletes make, right? So then these are very tried and true. In Hollywood, there's standards, right? There's standard pay rates in Hollywood. So we've assumed one of the higher pay rates inside the world of Hollywood that we charge the actors and actresses. And really, this gets paid by the production houses. Most people don't realize that. So most of the actors and actresses that we work with, there is a budget inside the production for the production house to actually pay for the coaches, the trainers, the dietitians of their cast, because it behooves them to have that super sexy, slamming bikini body as actress ABC steps out of the shower. Or as, actor XYZ is swinging the axe and have just the rippling muscles in the fight scene. Right. That's worth tens of millions of dollars in production value. So these production houses, they pay us. So another question, Dolce, like, why don't you work with fighters anymore? Like, man, yeah, you're talking about, me being on electronic payroll. When the check just signs up, I don't even have to sign an invoice. I don't have to send an invoice, and the money just gets deposited into my account, or I get millionaire athletes telling me that it's not worth $1,500 to bust my ass and tail for them. So you go do the math. But anyway, I'm going to answer some questions here as we're getting about 24 minutes in. Harvey Lee says, come on, Kevin. Shift. He says, F you, Dolce. Jesse Lee. Os. Coach. BMT. Guys and gals, also, I want to take a quick aside. Those of you who stayed on right now, we want to briefly talk about the coronavirus, to which we are extremely cautious. We are extremely prepared. We are extremely sympathetic to what's happening. Do not panic. Do not fret. manage your stress. Let's make sure we are being good people, good citizens. We're about to put out an email here to members of our community. We have a big email system. You can go to thedolcediet.com. You can become a member of our email. We put lots of great, trainers networks and tip of the month and recipe of the month and some inside information and free stuff from our team. And we only send a few a month. We don't do a lot of it like a lot of these other teams do. But we just put together an email here. Should I read the email for you? Let me briefly read the email for those of you. Then I'm going to answer your questions. Hello, friends. In the wake of the coronavirus, I wanted to share my brief thoughts, tips, and ways that we, the Dolce Diet team, can help. First off, listen to your doctor and all relevant healthcare guidance. Okay. We know personal hygiene is extremely important to protecting ourselves as well as those around us. Wash your hands. Do not touch your face. Change your clothes immediately. Throw them in the washer if you've been in public spaces. If you have to go out in public spaces, go to the grocery store. If you're still going to the gym, you got to get those clothes off immediately, because what they're saying is the droplets of the virus. The virus is, and let me get to that. Transmission is thought to be via droplets of water from our respiratory system, which any cough, sneeze, spit, saliva, etc. can contain. So that may be in the air. It might land on your clothes. You need to get that clothes off before you hug your wife, your husband, your mother, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your kids. You need to get that off. You need to wash that. So it's not just washing our hands with your clothes on. You need to be changing your clothes. Right? That's something, and I'll talk about at the end of this what I've been doing personally. Doorknobs, tabletops, hard surfaces are also possible transmission points, as the person before you may have contaminated the space. If you're going to cafes or restaurants and you're picking up the ketchup bottle, the salt shaker, the person before you might have had been infected, wiped their nose, and they picked up the ketchup bottle. Just be aware of that. Please just be aware of that. I'm just trying. This is awareness, right? I'm not a medical doctor. This does not replace medical information. This is just a little cautionary note of love and support from the Dolce Diet team. Social distancing seems to be the most frequently discussed way to insulate yourself by simply staying home and avoiding large crowds. It's a little uncomfortable, it might be, but it's kind of refreshing. It's really nice. We built a big old tent in our living room for our kids. We have these kind of 4 like high back chairs, like bar stool chairs in one of our tables in our kitchen, like around the island. We put those in the middle of our living room, and we built a fort for our kids and their sleeping bags and all their stuff. They're having a party, right? This we're trying to make it fun for our kids who are not in school right now. We pulled our kids from school last week. Our kids' schools are still open. We pulled them last week as a precautionary measure. It appears the healthier you are, the more resilient your body will be from the effects of the virus, or any virus from that matter. And we know that the healthier you are, the more your immunity is boosted. Not that you're immune to disease, you're immune to bacteria, you're immune to health conditions, but you are healthier. You're more capable of fighting off these viral invaders. We encourage all of our clients to use this opportunity to embrace your fitness routines and continue following a healthful meal plan. The healthier you are, the more capable you are of battling against these viral and bacterial infections. It's flu season anyway. It's still wintertime out here. The healthier you are, the better you are. Consider avoiding commercial gyms and public fitness centers for the next few days at least, and instead look to get outside and perform bodyweight-centric activities. But take a few days away from the barbells and the treadmills and the fitness equipment. Take a few days away from the Muay Thai, the boxing, the MMA, the jiu-jitsu. Renzo Gracie, my professor, Renzo Gracie shut down his schools. Renzo Gracie is one of the most successful, has one of the largest academies in the world, one of the largest jiu-jitsu networks in the world, shut down his academies. This shows you how serious Renzo is taking it, and other gym owners should follow suit, in my opinion. Check out our 20-minute morning fitness network on YouTube. We have the 20-minute morning fitness network on YouTube, which has 4 weeks of totally free in-home training programs for you to enjoy. If you can't go to the gym, go to our 20-minute fitness network on YouTube. It's a separate channel we started in the beginning of the year. There are 4 weeks of daily training every single day, Monday through Friday, and it's 20 minutes of exercise with me. Super guerrilla style, super raw, but the workouts are amazing. This will easily get you through. Stress management is also key, especially when the news media is trying to stress us out at every turn, right? At every turn, they're trying to do that. Take a moment, breathe and relax, ladies and gentlemen. Please take a moment to just relax and de-stress. Stress is the silent killer. We understand that these are stressful times. I appreciate that. I understand the external stress, but at the same time, the healthier I am, the better I am. Of course, proper sleep is a major component to a healthy immune system. So, sleep, stress management, healthful eating, intelligent exercise. During this time, we wanted to provide access to our healthful meal plans to anyone who may be ready to embrace healthful eating. As an extension of our commitment to you, we are offering a 50% discount on our online diet and exercise programs at thedolcediet.com by using promo code HEALTHY. Now, it is not our desire to profit from this event in any way. We have never offered a discount larger than 30% in the history of our platform, ever. Our Black Friday sale has never surpassed 30% in a total discount. We've never given anything greater than 30%. The only time we've given 30% was on Black Friday. Right now and this weekend, we are giving a 50% discount to help. We are offering the steepest discount possible to help support you and incentivize you to embrace healthy living and take back control of your health. We also stand by a 100% money back guarantee if for any reason you do not want to continue our program. Now, it's 50% off, guys. I don't care what program it is. If you want to get started, you want to start exercising, you want to start following healthful eating that is programmed and personalized exactly for you, the biggest sale discount we've ever given right now, not because we have to. We don't have to. Our program crushes it. We don't have to give any discount. We're giving the discount to help support you guys and incentivize you guys to get in and start following a healthy lifestyle. That's why we're doing it. Our team right now, is currently working full-time still, remotely, to service all of our clients and all inquiries. If you have any questions, if you have anything with your program, if you need help getting on board, if you red quinoa or white quinoa, our team is working full-time, if not overtime right now, to help all of our clients worldwide. Our VIP clients, our personal clients, our private clients, and our membership clients. And I've also made the decision to pay our team their full salaries during this time. Every one of our team members will get their full salary every single day, regardless of their ability to work full time. Regardless, they will get their full salary all the way through while working remotely, safely at home in their PJs, comfortably with their family, taking care of their kids who now are being pulled from school, all that stuff. We're paying our team 100% of their full salaries right now. I got goosebumps thinking about that. We must focus on the things we can control. Our mental health and physical health are completely within our power. In time, this will pass. And by many accounts, the massive alarms we are seeing amplified through social media and paid mass media will have been nothing more than reminders that health is the most important asset any of us can hold. If any of you have any questions, any comments, any personal stories to share, feel free to send me a personal email at mailbag@thedolcediet.com. Mailbag, mailbag @thedolcediet.com. I will personally be monitoring this account all weekend and replying to every message that comes in to the best of my ability to do so. Take care of yourself with love and respect, Mike. Now, this email address is for you guys. You have any questions, you have any comments, you have any personal stories to share, to vent to, if you need a friend, if you need support, if you're alone right now, if you have trying times, if you have some thoughts or you just need some advice or you want to bounce something off of me, As your friend, I am here. So I've set up mailbag at thedolcediet.com for you guys to mail me personally, and I will personally email you back. Right? Whatever is on your mind, I am here for you guys. And also that 50% discount for anyone who wants to take part of that. It is promo code HEALTHY, HEALTHY, healthy at thedolcediet.com. And we will keep that up also throughout the weekend for anyone who wants to embrace their health and take care of their health. So that's our little, our message to our community, to our members, to share with you guys, and just to let you know that we are here, we are in this together. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. That's all we can do. We're doing our best to be positive, to be strong, to be, resilient, to be diligent, to be cautious, to lead by example, to make sure that the people around us are taken care of. Do you have anybody in your life who's a little older? Any aunts and uncles, grandmas and grandpas, maybe your parents, maybe your neighbors? Give them a call, see if they have groceries. Say, hey, just checking in. Maybe they just need a friendly voice, to hear a friendly voice. Just want to check in, make sure you're okay. Just checking in. Do you need anything? And I wouldn't say don't go and give them hugs right now. You don't know. We don't know. Social distancing is key. But what we've done, what we're trying to do is we're reaching out to some of those people that we know that don't have young kids around. They don't have, kids in our age around. We're reaching out to some of our neighbors. We're leaving notes on some of their doors of some of the older folk. Hey, do you need anything? Like, leave a note. If you need something, we'll come back later on in the afternoon and make a little grocery run and drop some stuff off and leave it on their front porch. I'm not going to hand it to them right now. These are just some little, and this is just kind of intra-community things that we're doing that I suggest you guys consider. I'm not the boss of you. I'm just trying to lead by example here and make the best of what we can. So again, mailbag at thedolcediet.com for anyone who cares about it. Promo code HEALTHY for that 50% discount, which is the biggest thing we've ever done. And I hope it's helpful to you guys. And a money back guarantee. Come on, whatever we can do to help you guys, we're here to help you. Mike Benavidez, sub coach, glad to see you live again. Bang, I'm back. Detailer. So with this weight miss, how does Kevin Lee fit into all this? I mean, what do you do with him? If Kevin Lee goes out there and wins, that's a big thing. He goes out, if he beats Charles Oliveira, man, that's a big thing, because Charles is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight win streak. Kevin Lee has lost 2 of his last 4. He's lost 2 of his last 5. He lost to Tony, Al Iaquinta, Rafael Dos Anjos, but he knocked out Gregor Gillespie. So they're both right there at the top of the class, man. I think both guys are studs. Dave B, the legend Dave B. What's up? What's up, Dave B? Feeling good, feeling great. Jesse Lee, April 11th. Fight at 155, 161 in the mornings. One more 3 weeks of shredded round, then a great performance. Thank you, coach. Follow your diet all year and feel like an animal every day. Jesse Lee, that's what I'm talking about. Mixed martial arts fighter Jesse Lee follows our programs year round, makes weight, no problem, never a problem, while being a very good sized athlete for the weight class. Kudos to you, Jesse Lee, on the 3 weeks to shredded program. World HQ says he missed weight twice, but every time he has made weight, it was barely. I agree. I believe it's discipline problems. With an athlete like Kevin Lee, I believe it's discipline problems. Yeah, he's got a good amount of muscle mass, but it's easy to shed a few pounds of muscle mass. It's easy to do that with the proper team, the proper protocols, the proper science. It's easy to do that. David says, don't Kevin and Emily Whitmer who also missed weight, both train out of the same gym? Any connection there? Kevin used to train down there at Extreme Couture. Kevin is up at TriStar now. Emily's down in Extreme Couture. I don't know, because I know Firas Zahabi up at TriStar is amazing, which makes me think this is something much deeper into Kevin's personal life. Firas Zahabi is one of the best coaches in the game. Gut Wrench Dolce, what are your thoughts on Duran Wynn body type regarding his weight class? I think he should drop. I mean, I think Duran Wynn is a great athlete right now, but as he gets more competitive, he should come down, leaner, lighter. Shit, man, Duran Wynn can probably be a competitive 70-pounder without putting him on the scale, without putting him in a bod pod or putting him in a dunk tank or getting him on the DEXA table. I don't know for sure, but based upon his height, I'd put him into an Igor Vovchanchin category, where Igor would have been an amazing welterweight, but fought at heavyweight and light heavy. Karen says, you help Mirsad Bektik make weight from TriStar. How come they don't use for other fighters? Well, number one, we're not looking or soliciting new athletes. That's something. So for us to work with an athlete, it must be a very special athlete who is very humble and coachable and honest and just great. And really, it would take a little time for us to develop a relationship before we accept any new athletes. Like I said, we're not soliciting or looking for new athletes. We're helping to answer questions and do some consultation. But it would have to be a special athlete. And Mirsad Bektik is. World HQ, Oliveira missed 4 at 145. Yep. Kent says Kevin Lee, Dustin Poirier, Paul Felder are all prime examples of 165-pound contenders. Could be. How to keep gains going while avoiding the gym for the coronavirus. Sean with the $2 super chat donation. Boom. Sean, we appreciate that. I just did a little rant. Go to the 20-Minute Fitness Network. 20-Minute Fitness Network right now. You can train with me for free. What else? We got Bellator's canceled. They say Vincent Mercado, deviled eggs with avocado and mustard. Yes. Daniel, 20% Kevin is a dummy. Well, it's hard to go. Gut wrench, Bellator will go on with no fans. Pastilla, SFU Dolce. Daniel, Big says, who is him? Throw him under the bus. Well, we try and be honest. Brian says, age supremacist Firas Zahabi will set Kevin Lee straight. He is much too talented for these mistakes to hinder his legacy. I agree. World HQ, there's no excuse, especially when a guy like James Vick made weight every time. I agree. Who is he talking about that wouldn't pay? I won't say that. Nope, it was not Vitor. Vitor was always excellent. Vitor was excellent. Daniel, wasn't worth it. Had to be worth something to him. What a punk. I know, right? Who could these fighters who are considered to be professionals be so negligent in not making weight? It is like a single purposely ruining their voice. A singer purposely ruining their voice. I agree. Sophie, is Kind a safe and healthy brand for granola bars? I like Kind bars. I have a few Kind bars here and there, especially when I travel. I keep them in the bag. That's kind of a treat, though, for sure. Kent, my family's trip to Florida was canceled. Really hoping we can at least watch the fights tomorrow to nurse our wounds. I know, right? Brian, seems like Kevin Lee might be too big for lightweight and too small for welter. If he were under your guidance, would you beef him up to welter or grind him? It really depends on his personality. Because I think at welterweight, he's going to be fighting guys who have different technical advantages. I don't know. I haven't been in the training room with him, nor do I have the medical data to really give a true example. But it would be a pretty easy conversation, though. Kevin Lee says, and Frank Wells, what's up, coach? Kevin Lee about to give a 30% discount off his purse. That's funny. Shifty Dolce setting the standard. We certainly try. Jesse Lee, promo code is not working. Promo code is healthy. HEALTHY. HEALTHY to get that 50% off right now. Boom, it just worked for me. Healthy, HEALTHY. That's the 50% discount code at thedolcediet.com, which is our way to give back to you, support you, motivate you, inspire, incentivize you guys to take control of your health right now. We've never, ever done this before. We've never done this before. This hopefully goes to show you how much we care about you, want to support you, and take how seriously we take this. We take our health, as should you. Promo code healthy, HEALTHY. Jesse Lee, let me know. It's not in the online shop, Jesse. It's at thedolcediet.com only, thedolcediet.com only, the online 4 and 12-week personalized nutrition and exercise program. And we have tons of in-home bodyweight workouts inside thedolcediet.com's membership platform, which is another reason we wanted to share it with you guys. We have over 200 exercises, over 200 recipes, plus personalized nutrition plans, personalized exercise programs at thedolcediet.com. Promo code healthy, HEALTHY. You will save 50%. We've never done this before. Trying our best to help you guys. Fred Rod says, I'm getting back in the personal training and want to use your principles with clients. Is there any online certification or is a certification program coming to Florida? Fred, we actually have one. the Dolce Diet Certification and Nutrition Conference. We have our next in-person event April 24th, 25th, and 26th here in the beautiful beach town of Belmar, New Jersey. That is coming up. That is an in-person event. We are also working on an online program that you can work with too. Funky says UFC Fit is a monster. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Jesse Lee with the $5 donation. Thank you, Jesse. You're awesome. Gino, you are a great human being, Mike Dolce, and always be a Mike Dolce fan and never feel bad about paying my monthly subscription to your program. I've executed buying a Berkey, Caveman Coffee, or books, etc. I really appreciate that, Gino. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate this. My job is to earn your respect. My job is to earn your trust. My job is to earn your is to earn a place in your lives as being honest, as being transparent, as providing you with actionable, evidence-based information that will help you. That's why I do these live feeds. I don't know anyone who does live feeds like this as long as we do, as often as we do. I don't know all these other great fitness professionals who don't take as much time to engage with you guys as we do. That's why I do it. I do it so you can see me talk. You can watch me read the question and answer it immediately. You can see how honest we are. Like, I read the letter so you guys could see it, truly see it, see the words come out and what we're trying to do for you guys. So Gino, thank you. That means everything to me. Funky Funeral, UFC Fit 2. UFC Fit 2 is actually the DolceDiet.com's 12-week program. We have a 12-week personalized diet and exercise program at thedolcediet.com. That is my personal follow-up to UFC Fit. So there is no UFC Fit 2. UFC Fit was a one-and-done program, which is awesome. Had a 3-year run. I was under a 3-year contract with UFC Fit. It was awesome and amazing, and we broke all sorts of records. But now I wanted it to be my own entity, my own product, so I could do what I wanted to do with it, which is why I built the DolceDiet.com's online platform, which allows much more engagement, much more activity, much more flexibility for me to give you guys exactly what you need. So that is the 12-week program at thedolcediet.com, Funky Funeral. So, and if you wanted to start that, you can go right now to thedolcediet.com and use promo code HEALTHY and save 50% right now. The biggest sale discount we've ever offered, simply to motivate you, incentivize you guys to take control of your health in light of what's happening out there. Bellator just postponed tonight's event. Wow. Interesting. Crazy. The Wave, Conrad hasn't won a fight in lightweight for almost 4 years. I don't know who that is. But anyway, all right, guys and gals, we're 50 minutes deep here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you. Go through. I actually put a video out this morning on the coronavirus, which is kind of a fun, satire look, but also I give very specific takeaways. It's maybe a 15-minute video or so where I talk about things I'm doing in my personal life. If you have a moment, jump on and just look at the today's video, Gym Germs, I think it's called, on the channel. Again, anybody who cares, who wants to start the online personalized program, you can save 50% right now with promo code HEALTHY at thedolcediet.com, because I want each and every one of you to be healthy. And also, remember, mailbag at thedolcediet.com, mailbag at thedolcediet.com. That is my personal email address. I will be personally answering your emails all weekend. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any concerns, if you need a friend or somebody to help support you or just kind of give you some good brotherly, friendly advice, I am doing this as a friend to you. There's nothing I want in return other than to let you know that I am here for you. Somebody is here. Somebody is at the other end of that email. When you type send, I will get it, and I will do my best to respond to each and every one as fast as I can, just to let you know that I am here with you guys. So thank you all. Be safe. Of course, be smart, social distancing, stay away from people right now, get outside, be active, check out our 20-Minute Fitness Network channel on YouTube completely for free. Work out with me. It's just me alone in my studio, alone in my gym, where we work out together, and it's set for you to work out in your home or in a hotel room. That's the purpose of the 20-Minute Fitness Network, 20-minute workouts to get you in amazing shape. Jake, Fight chicks. Keep you and your family safe, Mike. All love to you guys, guys and gals. Thank you all so much for being here, and we will be back soon. Until next time, boom.